PFL Giants clash right here. We've got Manila Digger and Dynamic Herb CEBU FC. It's match number 27 right here in your Philippines Football League 2025-2026 season, or in their iconic red. Please break down the starting 11 for us right here for Digger, Jago.
Yeah, it's a very immense for them. It's a team that is really strong in terms of quality and talent and physicality. So let's see. A loss for Cebu. Victor Luis has the most minutes for Cebu.
A game already in the qualifying playoff of the AFC Champions League 2. As this was kicked off by Abu C. Cebu, as we mentioned, babad na sila sa ASEAN level. I was about to say, Digger the taller team, but when you match them up, parang halos pantay sila, surprisingly. The service from Nishoka. Jaridi got to punch it.
The 2019 edition.
So just going back, as much as I believe they are the same height, the players of Manila Digger just have that superior build.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle down that side. You have Korsame and Schaffner up against each other, Nishioka and Amarul. Or I believe that's Limbo and Amarul rather.
Sudol through the middle, 1-on-3. Papo on the right to support. Gives it to him. Korsame. Some dribbling. Oh, no good here. The Digger also want to win this one and get back. Rosquillo. It was just saved though from the looks of it and then skied by Papu. Babalik dito. Schaffner naman. Here's the cross. Off of Villanueva. But it hits the side netting.
That final series playoff was a very heated one. So that might carry over to today.
And we've seen her. Here's the fake by Kaj. Amirul. Plenty of power in that pass, perhaps too much. Ziggy Tanico is calling for it out wide. They will persist on the left. Early cross, whipped in. Villanueva got the stop. Put into an attacking area once more by Nishoka. They had to retreat. Ziggy Tanico. This is what he wanted to do earlier. Hit it wide. Watanabe across. There you go. The goal's confirmed. Off a rebound. Uridi initially got the stop. Watanabe, the provider.
Yeah, good goal for Manila Digger. Initially, it was actually a really good save by Jaridi, but the follow-up, nothing he could do about that. That was Toure with the sleeping celebration, but what a moment it is for Manila Digger. Yeah, Manila Digger now re-establishing possession, but they do have that option to go long because of their physicality up front, and that's a foul, it looks like. So
right before any free kicks, Nishoka the service. Cleared off by Daniel Gadia. Went to Troy Limbo though, Papu with the stop. Feet of the goal scorer, taken by Daniel Gadia. Over to Papu Korsame. Just bringing it up on his own. Nothing here stopping Papu up until late. Pretty much ran 75% of the pitch.
versatility.
I even remember striker right before the pandemic. Amirul the cross. Abu C. Close yet so far to a goal. But here's the numbers at the moment.
Cebu would have asked for more directness in the halftime. Maybe a little bit more speed in terms of their build-up and attacks.
For Marius Core.
Trouble. Oh, foul. Good footwork there by Limbo.
Getting this one to Watanabe. Sigitaninko also joining in. From distance. That's not going to get past Jaridi though. Will he double his output in this evening? There was a fall. Pinto will push though. He only has Rico and Des up front. It's Andes versus David Sambu. Andes working his magic. Papu Korsame buries it. A counter. Executed to perfection.
Well, Rico Andes has been a handful for this Manila Digger backline in this second half. And just 7 minutes after coming on, he provides the assist for Korsame as we see the cold celebration from Cebu. But what a response and what a second half so far for Cebu. And it's now all even, back to where we started.
Referee Mick-John Pineda. Long ball over the top, timely from Rosquillo.
Ooh.
Oh, Villanueva hit while in the air. Yellow card given. This player of Digger pushed. Mick John Pineda also hit the deck. Pelonco also. And Amirul going at it. Jaridi, the pacifier.
There's a red card.
Is this given to Amirul? We'll try to take a look. I don't think it's mistaken identity here. Oh, it's confirmed. The red to Amirul. Stoppage not yet over, and it is a straight red given to Modu Juf. Ziggy Taninko. But it's still 1-all. Here comes the service. Sudo. Oh, quite a gutsy challenge from Watanabe. Kenji back to Watanabe. Oh, for Brian Villanueva.
In the last stage of the game, again, because both teams are down to 10, it's gonna open up some space.
Guy takes it. Jaridi heading over to the half line. Same. Now encountering traffic with Kenji Nishoka. Nishoka was unable to stop him. Papu versus Torino. Putting his dribbling to the test. Paulos! Denied! For the go-ahead. Nishoka goes for the back post. Off of Paulos, could get it to Sudo. It was off of Rasquilio, I think. They'll float it back in. Of the Gentle Giants. They got it to safety to take this throw in. Abuzi. Left Uzman guy. Paulos. Is he gonna cut back? Took the shot. Denied. Abuzi. Miss-hit that one. Watanabe sending it to the side. One opportunity or a handful. Pinto. Engie secured it. Quick volley for the counter. Papu read that one. That's gotta hurt. An anticlimactic way for Digger to end the game. They're left frustrated again, given that they were dictating the end of this one. CEBU fighting back.
Yeah, actually, sobrang pagod ng game, sobrang tough game talaga. So, yung tumatakbo ng Soto ko in the game to win and for the fans ba. But we fell short na draw lang. Pero it is a point pa rin. Yun lang. Thank you. Again. Shout out lang sa family ko, Korsami family, sa mga fans ng Cebu FC, maraming salamat. Smile lang, smile. Smile. Thank you.
Getting behind their team. This one, Diego, it's always extra spicy when it's CEBU versus Digger.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a great game. Actually, looking at all of their games this weekend, there's a great list of fixtures coming right up this Saturday. This game in particular, I actually also can't really split it. I know Manila Digger are probably the favorites, but I just can't underrate the likes of Asano for this match. I actually think, though, that while Manila Digger will be on a confident run at the moment, Cebu, because they need to so much, will step up for this match. Because I actually think if Cebu don't win, that puts the second place in front of third place by a pretty good distance. And Cebu really need to win. I actually think they will step up for this match because of, the situation that they are going to be in. If they lose, I actually can't split this one either. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a draw, which one the gig will probably celebrate because it's gonna be a huge match. I think Manila Digger will fancy themselves, of course. So I won't be surprised if they continue on a run as well. But I think Cebu can do something here. They drew 1-1. Clara, I think we called that game. They actually equalized when it was the second half. That was when my famous meme was born. Very heated game. And
I think that was a goalless
Yeah,
draw, even, right? Or no? If there was a goal.
I think it was a 1-1. I think it was a 1-1 draw. But
That
I
was with the
think it
fans.
might be a repeat. Yeah.
Basta Diego,
When I
ikaw man
was
of the match sa game na yun because of the meme. That's the highlight of the
yeah.
game. I'm not sure if Callum saw that. Can we talk about it? I'm sorry, Direk Glenn. I know there's time. Callum, Diego became a meme with the way he was reacting like this. If you look at my camera, because there was
I did
someone
see
giving a dirty finger.
It was the fingers up.
that. Yeah.
Diego Cordero, man of the match in that game. First round, Cebu versus Digger. Okay. Stallion versus one Taguig. Taguig won in the first round encounter 2-1. Callum, is that going to be a repeat, or do you see Stallion getting some much needed points to play catch up?
Well, I'm obviously expecting something very, very physical here. Be interesting to see. Obviously we didn't get to touch upon him, but Stefan Schrock was another one of the winter signings, and slightly impressed for one Taguig in the matches he's played, and now playing against his former side theoretically. These are two really, really excellently defensive sides. My personal prediction, I'm going for a low-scoring draw. I'm thinking a 1-1. I'm not think either side will take this, and I think this could be a small slip by one Taguig. They take the first match, but Stallion have improved. Just be interesting to see if one Taguig's mentality, their recent good form can keep up, or because Stallion are a tough team to get past, and they've always got a goal in them. If not through just their top scorer McDaniel, then through powerful headers and set pieces, etc. So if I'm gonna put it on the line, I'll say it's going to be a 1 draw, but both sides unbeaten in round 2. I think that'll continue.
That wraps up the weekend games. But let's remember, no games on Sunday, but we have games on Wednesday. Valenzuela PB Mindiola versus Army. Oh, there you go. I'm glad I'm a monitor guy because I sit behind the monitor. Di ako kita nun. I was calling this game in Diego. This became the intro of one of the Minsan Football Show episodes, if I remember. I think I wasn't there, though. Well, obviously, I was watching on live stream because I couldn't join you guys at the studio. Don't force the memes, Diego. It just comes. Don't worry. Sorry. May ibang man of the match din last weekend, pero di ko pwede sabihin on air also. Next time. So the Wednesday games. The first round encounter of Mindiola and Army was 1-0. Balot Doctora scored. He's not with the team anymore. But Mindiola stepped up defense. That's the case with Philippine Army. And Natasha, if it's two defensive sides, how does this go? Does one side, I'm oversimplifying this of course and exaggerating. Oh, ito, sayo mo na yung bola, kami na lang didepensa. And then they'll pounce in the counter. How does that go?
You'd feel that
Mindiola versus Army.
you'd feel that both teams have improved a lot in the second round, but in terms of the players signed, I'd say that Mindiola have just that slight edge over Army in terms of how they've been much more organized defensively, because with Army, as much as you want to root for them, you feel right before half, right before the final whistle, and that's when the goals come in. And we've seen a cleaner Mindiola in terms of, they kept it really close, 1-0 like one Taguig. They lost only 3 goals against Kaya, so they're keeping the margins that much smaller against the bigger teams. So now it's a chance to see improved on their attacking end as well. And so if they can get the goals, I'd say that Mindiola have the slighter edge over.
Just wanted to add also, if Army win that game and grab the first W in their season, they're actually going to overtake Mindiola and lead them by a point. But then again, they're going to meet again in the classification or consolation round. So there's that battle again of not wanting to finish in the bottom of the standings. And your main event on April 29, this Wednesday, is
at the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex in Cebu. And this is the Philippines Football League match number 90 between Dynamic Herb Cebu and Manila Digger. Glenn Casas here bringing you the action alongside Natasha Alquiros Dato bringing her football experience with the analysis this afternoon. This is a battle that might separate the contenders from the pretenders. The hosts, Cebu FC, are currently taking on the on-form Manila Digger team. And this is a clash that could put a wedge between the top 2 and top 3. But also at the same time, this could also break another team's momentum and keep what might be a 2-horse race into a triple threat showdown going into the final rounds. Kamusta ka naman ngayong hapon, Natasha?
Very excited to be covering this matchup with you, Glenn. Of course, this is a high-stakes showdown at the Dynamic Borromeo Sports Complex. As you've mentioned, this is a battle for PFL supremacy. Cebu, they do have that home advantage, but they are sitting at third place and with only one mission, very clear. If they want to stay in the race for the trophy, they have to win today. No room for error.
100% agree with you. Looking at the current standings, below the league leaders in Want the Gig sits Manila Digger with 45 points and 2 games at hand. So meron talaga silang advantage going into this game. While the host Cebu sitting in third with 42 points in 19 games. Tama ka, mathematically, if Cebu wants to play the game of catch-up, kailangan everything must count from here on end. So let's talk about those two teams. Let's have a look at the matchup here. Waiting for the starting 11 to show up on the screen. Looking at this team right now, magiging interesting pag nagharap tong dalawang to because there's so much at stake this afternoon. And although this is one of the only home games dito, yun nga, home advantage could play key. What are your thoughts into the two teams stepping into the ring?
As we've mentioned earlier, Cebu, they have a very electric atmosphere playing at home. So they need to use that home dominance that they possess, especially in their home record, winning majority of their matches to this game to really threaten the like of Manila Digger. It is no easy task facing a team like Manila Digger who are playing with this major chip on their shoulder. As we mentioned time and time again, they've entered this season with a vengeance. They want revenge. They lost the title race by a single point last season. And they're also coming off a very massive run in the international stage. And in the PFL, they have not lost a single game in the league so far. So it's really everything to play for between these two teams. Cebu at a third spot. Very few points in the difference between Cebu, Manila Digger, and Want the Gig. And to keep this a 3-way horse race rather than just a 2-way race, Cebu have to be sharp today in front of goal and get those goals against Manila Digger.
100% agreed. On your screen is the starting 11 for Cebu. And actually, this is a carbon copy of starting lineup against Stallion Laguna, the similar 4-3-3, and no changes to the personnel. Tactically, what can you say about this?
Well, the biggest thing that we've seen so far is the test of the change of goalkeeper in Ceniza. He also started in the last game. He did come out with good saves against Stallion to keep the draw against them. You have that backline of Valenzuela, Rosquillo, and Demiroglu who have been fantastic as center back. Gadia, who we've seen slotting in really nicely as that right back position, and the combination in the midfield between Core and Pinto. Makiling gets the start again on the left and Corsame on the right. And all eyes will be on your two attacking threats up on top, Abusi and Kaito Asano, who bring so much firepower on the attack, scoring a majority of the goals for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC.
And we are really interested to see if this formula will still work. Speaking of the player to watch this afternoon is the man of the match from that previous match that you were talking about, Joseph Ceniza. Interestingly, out of his 5 appearances for this team, he's only conceded 2 goals. And knowing how the attacking patterns, how strong the attacking team coming from Manila would be, I am pretty sure na magiging busy goalkeeper ito si Joseph Caisaniza this afternoon. Pero let's not focus on him first because we have the coach interview here. We have Coach Glenn Ramos talking about
Coach,
what we
Manila
might be
Digger
doing
is a
different.
team that we can say on par with one Taguig in form. If Cebu FC wants to keep the pressure on the top two, what are the things that we're going to do differently this time?
Always positive. I told the players positive on this game. This is a good fight, and this will be we need to players perform for this team because we also adjust. We have adjustment for our tactical for this game, and I hope they can perform this game because this is our home advantage. Okay, thank you.
And that was Coach Glenn Ramos from Cebu. Dadako naman tayo ngayon sa kabilang side for our opponents or the visitors this afternoon. And that would be in Manila Digger FC. Let's have a look at their starting 11. Now, for the visitors here, they are currently on an 8-game winning streak since meeting with Davao Aguilas the start of the 2026 season and has been on a domestic undefeated streak since their loss to Cebu in the finals last season. This year, talagang alam natin na may hinahabol sila. They are looking for something new. And so far, they are in business for this game today. What do you think of this team? Here's the lineup right now. Actually, meron silang konting changes here. Pa Usman Guy is being reintroduced as the starter, and Nishioka, Juf, and Taninko will be joining him in this 4-3-3 formation. Familiar sa mga Manila Digger fans. What's your take on this?
The thing with Manila Digger is that the depth of their squad has been fantastic. Doesn't matter who starts, they always get the results. And from the players that they picked up during that Feb window, Davao, of course, a name playing against his former team on the start list today. And you have the likes of Justin Bass and Asan Baji, who are quickly showing that they belong in the first 11 as well. You have the attacking threat, very dangerous on all cylinders. Nishioka on the left, Ture on the right, Guy, the top scorer of the league. And you also have Mane, who is in a fantastic form, the captain leading the charge up on top. It's going to be a tall order for Cebu to be able to stop the likes of Manila Digger, who are in such great momentum at the moment.
Great momentum indeed. And bringing that, yun nga, binalik nila as a starter today is Pa Usman Guy, who is all on a streak right now. He is in the running and in the lead for the Golden Boot with 23 goals in 15 appearances this season. So far, very, very lethal pag nandyan siya. At ngayong nilagay siya ni Manila Digger dyan, we know that it is going to be an attacking team. But before we go any further, we have the coach as well, Kim Versales, with an interview.
Cebu is one of the finest home grounds in the PFL, and Cebu has made it somewhat of a fortress that only one Taguig, their rivals, have won. What is the team mindset going into the field?
Yeah, Cebu is one of the strongest team of this league, and we don't take it easy against them, and we prepare a good tactical plan against them. Then it's a long battle today, the game against them, and we always respect Cebu. The way Cebu play, the way the players, the mentality, and even the coach's plan, we had we big respect to them. They uplift the level of football in the country and especially in the club. So, but Manila Diggers is always prepared for this battle, and fans is all expect a good game tonight and this afternoon. And yeah, cheer for the sports, okay? Cheer for the sports, cheer for Cebu, cheer for the Manila Diggers, and we uplift Philippine football.
Nice words from Coach Kim Versales, lifting Philippine football one match at a time. At ito nga, this is gonna be a spectacular meeting. But let us not delay you any further because as we can see on your screens, we now go to the match proceedings. Your match officials for this afternoon, John Mike Masina, the head referee, assisted by Giovanni Latrica and Ian Christopher Salon. Fourth official, Levi Sabella. Magandang bakbakan. This is gonna be one of those matches that could really change the shape of how the league is running right now. Going back to Dynamic Nerve Cebu with their 4-4-2, they are going to be focused on what we think would be something more balanced compared to their rivals. But you said it yourself, Tasha, they really have to be watchful of the Manila Digger attack that's right now sharpening their axes as we speak. So what do you think would be your fair assessment of this entire game?
You know that it's one of those games that will go down to the wire. This is one of the games that's been highlighted on everyone's match day of one of the games to watch. It's a clash at the top of the table, and this could go either way. Both teams have to bring their A game and nothing less. And it's the type of games you love to cover, you love to watch, and you love to play in, wherein it's all going to be about the fine margins.
Agreed 100%. Finest of margins between these two teams. And so far, dyan nga natin makikita, whoever wants to get this game has to want it more. 50-50 battles should be won. And also, you can make no mistakes. Kasi, pag nagkaharap ng dalawang to, nagkaka-friction yan. Last time that they faced each other was actually in favor of Cebu as well. It was a draw in their favor, which kind of wrecked the balance of Manila Digger at the time. And right now, out of all the 6 matches that we've had, 3 wins for Cebu, 2 wins for Digger, and a draw. So this could really tip the scales kung saan man pupunta tong larong to.
And also, these two teams are two of the most physical teams in the PFL. So you can expect a highly physical matchup, high-paced match between these two teams.
We are all here for that physicality right there. At yun ang hinihintay natin right now as the referee has already put the ball in the middle of the field, just waiting to get everything sorted. Tapos na ang pag-speculate kung saan pupunta ang larong to. We've already shown you guys what both of these teams are capable of. But now it's all to these two teams to show on the field exactly what they're made of in this whole match here that changed the shape of how the standings look. Dynamic Herb Cebu hosts Manila Digger FC, and this is match day 90. Moments away from kickoff here, and mukhang si Cebu ang magkick off sa atin in their red, and they will be playing from left to right. Manila Digger in their usual gold and black kit, playing from right to left, and they are also taking in their positions. Tension is starting to rise here. Konting kamay, and you can see at the bottom of your screen between the skipper Corsame for the whistle. in anticipation of match number 90. We have kickoff here at the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex in Cebu. And right off the bat, really quickly, their change of possession to Manila Digger, who is now trying to get the ball out of their own half, and they still have a chance with another throw. Trying to find a way through, get that through midfield. Manila Digger manages to keep possession going their favor. Here comes the run. All the way straight to the keeper. Just getting that ball out of harm's way, but still not completely off the danger with a throw from Cebu.
See how quickly Cebu putting on the pressure very early, forcing a mistake from the goalkeeper. He couldn't take advantage of it. But you like to see how this game has started at such a high pace right away.
Walang warm-up. Talagang when they got the kickoff, it's all hands on deck. Really straightforward here. They just go back to their keeper to try to get a little bit more numbers forward.
As we mentioned, we know that it's going to be a very highly physical match, especially when you go back to the first time these two teams went against each other in the first round. It was 1-1, red cards for both spots. Corsame, the goal scorer for Cebu, and Ture, the goal scorer for Digger.
And who knows, this could have the makings of another highly contested match, given pag physicality kasi, you know in football that it's full contact. So pagka nagkaroon ng konting pisikalan, especially pag crunch time na, they do tend to get a little bit irritated with each other, even though this is even though everyone is friends outside the game.
And another thing to note, of course, these two teams have represented the Philippines on the international stage. Look at that high press being put on by Cebu. Digger able to claw their way out of it. But you see the intention of Cebu in the first opening minutes of this game.
We were quite expecting that Manila Digger would be the one taking the advantage early on, considering that compared to the two teams, they're the more offensively minded team. But right now, it looks like Cebu is just keeping them contained in their own half. Miroglu heads it away, great job. Could be a start of another Cebu advantage here. Nope, just goes back to Manila Digger. Goes up, waiting for a Manila Digger player to get through there. No can do, but a throw-in will suffice to keep the momentum going for the visitors.
That's definitely something Cebu have to keep in check when they do their high press. You have players like Jarvis in the back who can quickly send the ball to the attacking third. We've seen a Digger score from times like that. And not something you want to see a Digger player on the opposite end, down on the ground. There didn't seem to be much contact on the challenge.
That would be Anderson Pinto there. And looks like the collision was with the number 14, Kenji Nishioka. Looks like both of them might have to just shake it off. Masyado pang maaga to get any serious changes there. Ooh, let's have a look at this angle. completely different incident there, Tasha. I was expecting that the contact would be between Pinto and Nishioka, but it was Kore who was the more physical player in that play.
It was hard for the referee to see, though it was in his angle, if there wasn't that extra motion from Kore onto Nishioka. But that's just Cebu's way of letting the visitors know, welcome to Cebu.
Looks like the introductions are still far from over. Cebu just adding that pressure there. Oh, looks like Manila Digger was able to escape from that. They are building up, but they are not able to find a path through. Opt to reset, and a throw-in has been awarded in their favor. Digger slowly building up once again from the back, but Cebu has other ideas. Pinto there trying to steal the ball right early. Manila Digger able to find a quick pass there to Nishioka on that left side. They have some numbers moving forward. Nishioka tries to go to the middle. Usman Guy just heads it, and it bounces off safely for a goal kick. That is Joseph
you see-
Siniza on your screen.
You also see how quickly Manila Digger are when they have the ball, how quickly they want to get it to that attacking third to create a chance up on top. So far, so good for Cebu, keeping it tightly organized in the back, marking the danger players.
Well, danger now averted, and it is restarting with Cebu reapplying that momentum that they have. Kore trying to look for Corsame on that right side, but well guarded there. Ball just ushered out by Charles Dabao, former Cebu player. Interestingly, that was thrown in by Gadia, and I think Gadia's taken over the usual position that Dabao has left in that right side.
And you have to give it for Gadia as well, being able to slot in into that right back position. It's usually that center defensive mid player who breaks up play, but adjusting pretty nicely as the right back for Cebu.
Cebu now trying to apply the pressure, crossed into the middle of the box. No one there to receive it, and it will be an easy cleanup for Manila Digger to just find another avenue of attack. Here they go again on that left side. Usman was taken down. That was the end of it. That would be Demiroglu with the honors of clearing it.
You see how tightly Rosillo put the pressure on Guy, not allowing him to turn.
It might be an upcoming battle between Pa Usman Guy and Jaime Rosquillo on the other side, just marshalling him out. But here comes Manila Digger again, and they are really close. Great clearance there coming from the defender. And still, they have not completely defended it. It's back with Manila Digger. Nishioka with a shot, but not quite. It's still with the Manila Digger side. Went well-timed tackle. That was really close. Clearance not good enough. Manila Digger could have something. Usman Guy finds the free man on the right. And it just fizzles out like that. Early on pressure, but still, we stay level.
And that was chance after chance. Cebu able to handle the initial chances made by Manila Digger, but it was the clearances that fell short, leading back again to Manila Digger. Corner now for their favor.
You'd be thinking they have been asking the right questions here of the defense. Here comes the delivery. No, it was taken short, and now it's into the middle. Trying to get that clearance, Abu C, but still not good enough. Only as far as Charles Dabao, and Cebu will have to start defending all over again.
And we talked about one of the strengths of Manila Digger, and it's that when they attack with numbers. So even though the players inside the box are dispossessed by the defense of Cebu, they always have those players lurking at the edge of the attacking third, just pouncing to win the ball back in a dangerous area and restart the attack once again.
And putting the right people in those positions could really just keep the pressure, keep the momentum going. And ang hirap baliktarin ng ganun, especially mindset if it just keeps going. But Cebu now has a chance to just take it back. Ooh, that was a poor pass. And they could have trouble here. Guzman got it, and he makes it down. That mistake will cost Cebu 1-0 in favor of Manila Digger.
And just like that, Guy adds up the tally to be the golden boot this season, gets the opener against Cebu, against the run of play. And how quickly again Manila Digger able to win the ball back, cut the pass, and quickly turn it into an attack. Look at that ball on Pausman Guy. Took a few touches to set himself up and slots it in the bottom left. Keeping the home team stunned. Manila Digger showing their class and finesse up on top.
Of all the people or if all the teams to make that passage of error, to do that in front of Manila Digger, that they have the lethality up front to get somebody to touch and attack. And Pa Usman Guy was your man. Regains some of the momentum. It looks like they might have just lost it another way. Another good run there coming on that left side. Oh, they have not been able to deal with that. But luckily, the ball was just out of reach for Toure. But that could have been a second danger there shortly after the goal.
And Cebu are stunned at the moment. Toure was so quick on that left side, but eventually a touch too heavy. But this is really one of the strengths of Manila Digger. If you don't make your crisp passes, especially in the attacking third, in the midfield, when they win possession, they always want to go straight for goal.
And in the two examples, the transition from defense to attack was lightning quick. I mean, parang nakakita mo lang that they just lost the ball and then they find that really great long pass and somebody is there. We've seen it in Philippine football where a team desperately does a front pass, a long pass. Tawag nga natin, nagkaroon ng era sa Philippine football where long passes was king. Pero those were desperation at times. This one, pretty accurate to find somebody up front and just do the needful here.
Again, just putting to show one of the strengths of Manila Digger, their quick transition from defense onto attack. They have those players up on top who have not only the physicality, the speed, but the finesse in front of goal as well.
Now it is Manila Diggers' time to control the pace. They are not in any hurry right now. Pero biglaan na lang, they will change and shift the gear. But Cebu has some different ideas, and that will be a throw. Oh, it's like it will be a free kick there, and Manila Digger to benefit from that.
But there's one thing for certain as well. You can't count Cebu out until the final whistle. They are a team known for their resilience. and able to come back very deep in the match.
I guess that's how they got their nickname of the Gentle Giants. Here comes Manila Digger on that left. Really long diagonal ball into the box coming from the number 11 Boubacar Toure, but nobody there except Siniza to clean it up for the opposition. Play restarts. See, still in midfield we are. CEBU can't find a way through. Demiroglu now to Abusi again. Drifting and looking for a player to pass the ball forward. Closest they can get, that was a tad too much of a touch. Player on the ground for CEBU right now, clutching his foot. Villanueva.
It seemed to be a late and heavy challenge on Villanueva, taking his time to get back up.
You know these kinds of movements, yung pag-delay ng timer, it does break a little bit of the momentum coming from your opponents and does give you a little breathing space to maybe recompose. So I think Villanueva is just taking it all, playing it to his advantage.
And you could hear now as well the ultras making their way onto the dynamic Herb Cebu Stadium. In recent matches, we've also seen that Cebu are a team that take a while to warm up, to get the juices flowing.
A very signature trait of them, actually. I've said it before in a previous match that Cebu is kind of like a diesel engine. It does take time to warm up, but once it does, it is really hard to stop. So right now, we could be seeing them trying to jumpstart themselves as quickly as they can, but Manila Digger is all ready to pounce on any mistakes. So it could still be too early to put this in the team in gold's favor.
Not a good sign for
Goalkeeper there.
Manila Digger. NG taking some time here, calling for assistance.
Not sure what the issue is right now, but I think the referee is trying to hurry the game up right now because this is still a stoppage as it is. And ORG still receiving medical treatment. I think that would be him done. Back to the game they go.
You can tell that maybe the heat is also playing a factor in this matchup.
And to be fair, it is a little bit hotter outside of the NCR, especially with the fresh air that you could get out in the provinces. So it could really add on to the temperature there. But they have started to kick it off again, and Manila Digger wants to take it quickly while Cebu is still unready. It's like might have a chance to keep possession. No, free kick has been awarded to the home team. Just waiting for the numbers to be right before he delivers.
That's a closer look at Daniel Gadia. He's been with Cebu for quite some time now. One of the leaders and captains of the squad.
Pinto trying something clever there, but not clever enough. Manila Digger could have another chance here. They are moving the numbers in, but they cannot find the pathway and opted to reset back to the back line. One of the players that was excluded in the last outing, now on with his defensive duties today. Field, Manila Digger tries to be clever there, not good enough. CEBU has an advantage over the attack here, and they have the numbers. They just need to take the attack down. Ooh, and that was as close as they can get. Pinto was only knocking on the doors, but just couldn't get his touches right.
And you have to give it for Corre, able to win that ball. That center circle area, quickly sending up on top. But Manila Digger defensively just not allowing the players to receive or to shoot on turn.
Got really crowded there right before he could even pose or do anything. But CEBU now with Constame on that right could do some damage here. 1-on-1 against Youth, looking for someone to pass through. Here comes Gadia for support. Gadia gets the ball, 2-man against him. Gadia trying to look for that cross, and well-timed that blockage coming from Juve. But still, they have to defend, and CEBU is inching closer to this goal.
That was doubled up by Juve and Baz to stop Gadia. At a corner now in favor of CEBU. And one of their own, Makiling, to take the corner for them.
Leo Gabriel, one of the young bright stars coming from CEBU, and has really stepped up after key departures, especially nang bumukas yung position for him. He has been a really good addition to this team. And it goes up there and into the hands of Omar and G. G now looking for that person up front to receive it. Guy Usman. And then lays it off. Drawing great movement there coming from the number 30. Still not clever enough to get through, because CEBU has started to really crack down on their openings there, and so far the defense have started to become a bit more solid again.
That's also one of the big difference. Manila Digger, when they go direct, they were able to find Toure up on top. Toure able to take advantage of his physicality, able to keep the ball down, and to start a quick attack for the side of Manila Digger.
Right now, the pressure still remains. CEBU still trying to defend themselves here, as Manila Digger is quite closely getting their way through. Looks like that will be a throw for CEBU. Trying to get it out of their own half. The Digger almost gets it back, but it just goes over the touchline. Not enough width of the pitch to keep it for CEBU. There to receive it for CEBU up front. Still being controlled by Manila Digger in possession right now. Youth from the back line all the way back to the keeper in G. Playing a little back and forth with his goalkeeper there, Youth. G nice and low, but does it make its way? No, it does not. Re-cleared by CEBU, and now it's back on the other half again. Makiling couldn't keep it for his team. Good counter. Could be something here. Dabao. The guy with some space. He finds the free man on the right side, but not free anymore because the defense of Cebu just closed down him really quickly, and now Manila Digger has to start over. They can't find an avenue to restart their attack. Still with the back line, Juf again. Ray finds somebody in the middle. Yoka gets it to Guy, but Guy couldn't keep it right in front of goal. They have a chance. Ooh, that was a really rough tackle there on Zachary Taninko, and he is on the ground right now. Perhaps this alternate angle could tell us more of what happened here.
Just a big challenge there from Villanueva, sweeping out Taninko.
You'd think that he was going for the ball there, but Taninko was the ball, and he just got swept away really easily, too.
The referee now with a decision to make. It's a foul, but will he give a card alongside with it? Or did Villanueva get more of the ball before taking out the player as well?
The medical team has already finished their job, and looks like nothing more other than a whistle from the ref here. A free kick in a very dangerous spot. This is as good as putting in a corner here. And Nishioka with the delivery alongside Taninko there. They are set. But Nishioka is not. And the referee has seen a little bit too much action off the ball and decides to marshal the players. That's Pa Usman Guy on the ground. Probably received a heavy knocking from the defenders.
And the physicality of this match continues to heat up. Everything on the line, everything to play for.
Both teams have still something to get from this. And header, not good enough. It just swings over, and everybody was in no shape to take that shot. Cebu just cleans up. Oops, referee said that was a bit too quick because there's still a player from Cebu on the ground.
That's Abu C just getting a knock from the defensive duty, guarding the attacking players of Manila Digger. Set piece did hit head of a Manila Digger player, but eventually the ball went out.
Gaya nga ng sinabi mo, like what you said earlier, the heat is really different this summer. So a hydration break has been given for the players halfway into the first half. And with the temperatures right now running really hot, it's not a surprise right now.
And something to admire beyond the game on the pitch, but in the stadium as well for the Dynamic Herb Cebu Stadium, is that you see the fans of Cebu. They are one of the most loyal fans and the most devoted crowd that you could ask for despite the heat. They show up. Kahit na nagmahal na yung gas ngayon, di ba? They're there showing their support for Cebu. You see it every time we have that panned out view of the stands. And it's something you have to admire.
And to be completely honest, I believe that if ever, kung gustuhin man ng PFL to finally get into another home and away format like the original PFL did a few years back, then I think they can take a page of how Cebu is doing it right now. The only thing, if we could only resolve the logistics part of it, I believe that home teams, home stadiums like this can bring another level of great atmosphere into the sport. and Cebu is doing it the right way. Tingnan mo kung gaano kadami ang taong nanonood ngayon for the whole team.
And beyond that as well, as you mentioned, the things that Cebu does to make sure that the community have a full match day experience. Meron nga silang live DJ. They have games that they do during halftime. They have food and drinks as well.
Is one of the most beautiful things you can see in football here, and a real big contrast to how Philippine football was in the years prior. But now we are back to action here, and Manila Diggers haven't lost a step. They could have something here up front. Usman Guy relies on Ture there, but Ture didn't do the job. Cebu just getting off by the top here. Counter. No can do. It will be delayed a little bit, but a quick throw from Cebu could set things straight.
And that was a close
in the
call.
middle.
That was definitely a close call. Manila Digger almost able to double up their lead just like that.
They are not done here. They have a throw. Davao to take it quick, but still, hindi sila, gigil sila. You can tell that every opportunity they find, they will take it to the other side. But if it starts off from this half, they are in no obligation to just lose the ball willy-nilly here. And looks like they are building up again. Great string of passes coming from the team in gold. Looking for the man in the middle. Usman Guy on the ground asking for a foul. But that, I think, has not been given. And he is being told by the referee to be back on his feet because they have a throw that they will play.
Usman Guy, a very marked player. And this time around, tempers flaring. Rosquillo taking a while to get back up. Guy is down as well. So many hands were out at the moment. The initial call seemed to be in favor of Cebu.
And so much action has happened in the last 30 seconds right there. Let's have a look at this. Here's a quick recap here. One player from Cebu already on the ground. They have held in for the foul. That's Rosquillo. The fifth swung at Usman Guy. And Usman just on the ground now. And I think the referee is having some more discussion with the rest of the team here.
It's going to be a tall order to ask for the referee to put this game within his control. That first one was from Guy. He had his arm out. He hits Rosquillo. Rosquillo goes down. The referee blows the whistle for the contact. About to send the yellow card already for Guy and Rosquillo. And you could see Demirov not happy with his teammate. Why he had to do that. Now both players are down, will be receiving cards. But what color? That will be the question.
You can see from that Usman Guy really took a knockdown there, took a bump to from that swing, wild swing from Jaime Rosquillo. Now both teams might be inconvenienced here.
Both players taking a while to get back up. It was clear contact both times. Guy on Rosquillo. And after the whistle was called, Rosquillo on the Guy as well. And I do not want to be the referee, John Mike Basinang, at this moment. Having to contain such a volatile matchup between Cebu and Manila Digger.
I think they got away with just a yellow there, Tash, and referee could have actually shown red in that instance, but opted not to. And it seems that the discussion is not completely over. Corsame finally walking away with the rest of the team. Looks like discussion is done, and Rosquillo nihintay lang tumayo ni referee. I think referee is planning to book him too. There you go. No nonsense from John Mike Pasinag. Takes a little discussion with the linesman here, our officials. Pero mukhang hindi pa tapos ang counter arguments coming from the teammates of both players. Ooh, another yellow has been issued.
And that one is for Guy as well. Both players very lucky to get away with the just yellow cards. And they will be under the watchful eye of our head referee for anything else that they do in this matchup.
That would put them on a tightrope there. And remember, very tightly contested game. It will, I guarantee, get more physical as it goes along. And yeah, a confirmation, Coach Kim had a yellow card as well. That was the third flash of the card. So Guy, Rosquillo, and Coach Kim has received a yellow card. So it would be a rain of books here in the first, or in the ending minutes of the first half. Cebu now just wanted to regain.
This should be already, yeah, this game should already be 10v10 at the moment. Both teams very lucky to get away with yellows.
And Rosquillo really up high today, trying to invite some pressure again from the yellow shirts or the gold shirts. That was a great pass by Abu C. Well, knockdown looks like they might have a comeback coming here. Manila Digger has some numbers, 2 against 3. Ooh, and that was a wrong choice coming from the player number 12.
But you have to give it. Mane had the time and space to take a shot. And Rosquillo down again. Despite the quick temper flare and the retaliation against Guy, you saw that he did have a hard time to get back up. And is still feeling the effects of the challenge that Guy had on him earlier.
When we told the viewers that this was going to be a really physical match, we weren't kidding. And so far, it has lived up to its expectations with a number of fouls right now being called and the players that have run aground so far this game. And the tightrope walk now that the yellow-carded players would have to undergo, including the player on screen right now, Jaime Rosquillo, who has taken a big knock. And I think he really needs to be sidelined here for a moment to have himself checked, because if the injury is a little bit close to concussion, kasi pag ulo, iniingatan talaga natin yan, it could spell a big difference to this game.
This is not a good sign for the side of Cebu. Rosquillo is one of the key players, their center back, a pillar for the team, alongside Demiroglu.
It looks like Cebu has opted to just play without Rosquillo for a few moments. No replacements whatsoever. There's a chance he might still be back. But this also opens up the opportunity for pressure coming from Manila Digger, and they are playing their cards right. They are opting to keep that ball in the Cebu half in the remainder of this game while the numbers are depleted. Trying to get away. Gets that pass in, but right down midfield. Pinto could be dispossessed. He was. Gadya fighting for it, but Nishioka wants it more and gets it to Usman Guy, who could be in the clear. Lays it off to his teammate. Oh, that was a really slow movement from Toure. He could have just pulled the trigger. Action on the other side has been dismissed as well, but Cebu is reapplying their case for a goal here. And for that movement, Kore. Trying to find a teammate down the middle. They are in the box. They are in no man's land, but that was a great clearance there from the Manila Digger defense. Not quite enough to keep Cebu out completely. They are back again on the right side, this time with Gadja. Great cross into the box, but it was well met by defense. And now in the hands of the goalkeeper it goes. And G will be thankful for that.
And a shaky moment there. Just Manila Digger allowing that ball to bounce, a miscommunication between the defense and the goalkeeper who was going to get that ball. But nonetheless, Cebu did not pounce on that opportunity. And a restart from the back for Manila Digger.
Ooh, that was a really bad mistake there. Asparo tried to make a run, but Leo McFeeling wants to do it himself. And that might be the wrong decision as it just sailed wide.
And an unbelievable moment. McKeeling, so close. He's able to win a ball back in a dangerous area. Put himself in a position to try to take a shot, but just couldn't keep his shot on target.
And that was you can call it a free pass to Manila Digger there. And I really wonder what would have happened had he chosen to pick Asano making that run on the right. It could have opened up, but also that wasn't very far from making it into the back of the net. So hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin it's completely the wrong move.
Not at all. I think that McKeeling had all the right to take that shot. He was just unlucky. He couldn't get that ball on target. But we know he is a player very capable of taking those chances.
Like there might be a substitution in the cards here for Cebu. I think that's a sign that Rosquillo might not be coming back into the field of play, but we'll just have to wait for confirmation here. They are still playing the game as we can see it.
This has been a very close matchup between Cebu and Manila Digger. Manila Digger getting that early goal, Pao Usmangay at the 10th minute.
Now Manila Digger just really finding it hard to get back into that final attacking third. Imposing figure in Demiroglu, just keeping the player out and on the ground. The Manila resume play. Wiltshire trying to keep it in midfield. Foul has been called. Wants to go short. Now they are resetting here. Ball is back with the keeper. He's under pressure. Finds his midfielder. Great job. But CEBU, great recovery there from Abu Sli. But that pass was so wayward. Wow.
And you hear the announcement made. 6 minutes, all the added time in this first half. It's been back-to-back action all throughout the whole 45 minutes. A lot of stop-start with the physicality, really just keeping everyone at the edge.
And that was Asano trying to take his chances, but only a block as well. And again, CEBU has been knocking on these doors for so long. You'd really think that they'd be even by now, but they are still unable to find their shooting boots. Throw in by CEBU. Gadia puts it in the box. Asano tries to head it, but it just goes the wrong way. And it is another one for the drawing board here.
And you have to feel that for the first 40 minutes of this game, Asano has been very quiet. All of a sudden, coming alive towards the last few minutes of the first half. He tried to take that shot earlier quickly, but Nishioka, great defensive effort there to block the shot. Gets ahead to it, but it just goes over for his second ball.
Again, really quickly there, trying to pounce on that mistake. Osame was so quick. Defense had no choice to clear. But on the other side, they might have a chance. Another great clearance by the defense of CEBU this time. And still, yung 1-0 lead that Manila Digger is hanging on to right now, it does seem a little bit fragile at the moment.
This game has been very close, tightly contested. And as you mentioned, everything on the line for both CEBU and Digger to keep the title hope alive.
And here's a move that almost did it. Great tackle there, coming from their back line to just get it away. For
that was spot on defensive
Nishioka.
duty. Just to go back there, that was a quick counter for CEBU, but Juve timed it so well. Not only did he stop the attack, but he was able to pass that one out to keep possession for Manila Digger.
It's those kinds of tackles that defenders often celebrate, similar to goals as well. Alam nilang they did a good job if they know that had they failed, it could have been a goal-scoring opportunity. CEBU wants to get this out of their half. They still have a few minutes to maybe turn this around and change the nature of the halftime team talks pagkatapos nito. But still, they are in search of that equalizing goal, and Manila Digger has the advantage. The Juve. Davao back to his back line. And all the way back to NG, just trying to reset play and invite a little bit of pressure from CEBU, which they take. NG trying to look for that far player on that left side, not finding Mane that way. Good call. Pass to Makiling, but was really quickly done here. Gadia has it. Leo Makiling on the right. Lays it off to Corre. They have a quick build-up here, but they are taking their time. Abu Steve now shifts the play to the left with their skipper Same. Still can't find an avenue on that side. They will have to try again. Demiroglu now involved in the play. Katya at the middle. Goes to the right. Makiling being hounded. And I think he does just enough to get that out. How about?
And good work from Makiling to win a set piece opportunity for the side of Cebu just right before halftime. Davao did a good job to poke the ball out of Makiling's way. But the players entangled and the crowd, something to cheer for. Wanting Cebu to get a goal right before halftime to keep things leveled.
Could be a great opportunity. And, you know, I believe I've seen Asano score from that sort of distance there. Just not sure if it was in a free kick situation. But we know that if power is off the question, he has it. With a feint. Asano delivers. Head. Not wide. But still invites a little bit more pressure because I think it would be a corner. Oh no, they are pointing the other direction. Referee has said it is going the other way. And that will be the final movement of this first half. And like what Tasha and I have been saying, this is going to be highly contested. The first half has given us a showcase of the potential of how fierce this game could be. It's a really close contest, but right now, first half ends. Dynamic Herb Cebu 0, Manila Digger 1, and we will be right back with analysis and your second half.
Manila Digger FC. Let's have something exciting for you today during our halftime. This game is brought to you by Pocari Sweat. Sweat, hydrate, and repeat. Thank you so much, Pocari Sweat, for our game tonight. All right, so you know the drill tonight, folks. Follow Cebu Football Club on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Now, our game is called 3-Pass Challenge. So all they have to do is pass the ball 3 times before they're going to hit the goal. All right. Now after staff roam around a while ago to look for our challengers, and we have here them right now. Here. All right. For mga football players, to. Okay, so again, our rules You have to pass the ball 3 times bago natin i-goal. Yes. So we have here teammates in B. Kilalanin muna natin sila. Hello, ma'am. The only rose among the thorns. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Celine.
Hello, Celine. Football player ba? Wow.
Hi, shout out to Erica FC.
Hello, hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Kevin Palmer. I'm from China.
Wow, from China. China represent. Welcome, welcome to the Philippines. Hello, sir. Wow, ano na mga coaches? Alright, sir. What's your name?
Coach.
Coach Joe. Ikaw po, sir.
Coach Ba.
Coach Bob. And dito yung mga coaches there. Yes, coaches represent. Alright. Okay, so pare, coaches versus football players. Alright, so we'll see. Okay, let's have trial. Okay? Only one trial and then 1 point lang. Okay. Alright. Ready na ba ang ating mga audience? How about the challengers? Are you ready? Trial, yes. 1 trial and then just 1 point to win the game. Whoever wins will receive prizes from Pocari Sweat. Again, thank you so much, Pocari Sweat, for a halftime game. Trial. Okay. Trial. Wait. Wait for my signal. All right, again. Trial. Ready. You have to stay in the first cone. Okay, ready, set, go. Yes, bang it on. All right. Okay, ready? Ready? Final ito. Okay? Final na. Tikbay. Ready? Okay, final. This is the final round. Guys. Ready, set, go! We have a winner! Congratulations to our coaches. Okay, so alam nyo na ha, ito yung mga coaches, di ba? Okay. Thank you so much. You have Pocari Sweat merchandise. Again, thank you so much, Pocari Sweat. Congratulations, Coach Joe and Coach Bob. Thank you so much. All right, again, Pocari Sweat. Don't forget, next time you go for your sports equipment, visit, your hydration, visit any Pocari Sweat store and buy. Sweat, hydrate, repeat. Get ready for our second half.
Welcome back. We are still live at the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex, and this is your PFL. We have Dynamic Herb Cebu nil, Manila Diggers 1, and this has been quite a grind from the start until the end of the first half. This has been Glenn Casas bringing you the action, and Tata Alpha Data also bringing us the analysis here. So far, both of these teams started off nang walang warm up. They are just going for it. And Usman Guy in the 11th minute delivers the needful. And so far, it has been back and forth ever since. Your take on this game, Tasha?
As you've mentioned, Glenn, it really has been a 50-50 matchup. But so far, the only advantage has been the quick transition in the first 10 minutes of the game, where Manila Digger were able to cut out the pass against the run of play, and Pao Mangay able to find the back of the net. We've seen Cebu eventually find their footing later on into the tail end of the first half. And that's one of the best chances from Cebu that we saw was Makile taking his chances on, but just not enough. And he takes like very close up for 52% for Manila Digger. Both with few shots, too few shots. As we mentioned, Guy for giving Manila Digger second.
Looking at the numbers here, it has certainly looked like it would be a one-sided affair here, but no, the session is everything is definitely not one-sided. With both of these teams just really showing each other what it means to play at the top three. So physicality-wise, yeah, yun nga nakikita natin, 8 fouls in total, 4 cards in total for both sides as well. So has this lived up to your expectations as a physical game, Tasha?
And everything and more. But hard and lucky, just not expectations of it, but as well, not using your center back going into your net fixtures, which are game up of to be hard. And that's the second see Cebu after that halftime top loses to and continue on in the half. Visitors Manila did they want half, they want to get and make sure the title race is between them and the Digger.
This is still not all set in stone as Manila Digger kicks off. Look at the best of one another in the second half would be the final score to that. And that's really quick. So quick, in fact, that could think we double up. Great pass coming from the keeper.
Manila not
It's like
in any
Let's see here what goes on now. They are still trying to just find their footing. Always with the defense again. Long pass to on guy hold up three-way on the front. Taken down the man. The referee has to post a foul, but I believe it. Oh no, it is not a foul. In fact, it is a goal kick. Is a take.
and we see two more Manila Digger. The substitution has been made. It is Sudo.
contested in the Manila Diggers area. Clearance for only as far as in the middle. On the start over, back to their back line here. Finally, they succeed alleviating some of that pressure. And now they have the room to restart again. Digger with an opportunity. There's it in. Rather have to do that with the opportunity here. Obviously, Kosame still not finding footing inside that final attacking third. He wants to recover, but Manila Digger.
In the second half, Cebu need to dig even deeper, not only to get one back, but score more than one goal if they want to be a part of the title race, to keep it three-way.
Looking for that little room to wiggle there. The Schwartz ball not put on the round. But it still is a really hot contested game. It means he didn't have to move much. Taking quickly there and taking low himself. Options just laid out. Cannot seem to keep possession in a convincing manner there. Medina has it in a good way. In. And now it goes back to the other side. They are making a run in the middle there. We just do it. Great job by Tunisia. Up there this time. Really quickly. Gives it right.
Seniza coming out big, making the block. 1v1. Attacking player left the Cebu defense in the dust, but Seniza keeps this close and made sure that Manila Digger don't double up. But you could see back-to-back action on the opposite end. It was McKeeling who almost had a chance just at the edge of the box. Paninko able to snuff that one out. And look at that speed from Mane. And Seniza coming out big. This leg getting a touch to it. Quickly gets back up and clears the ball out of danger.
He really committed himself to that tackle there. He knows that if he fails, it would be a very open goal for Manila Digger. Good thing it panned out the way he wanted. And now Cebu trying to take the upper hand here. And Manila Digger, the midfield, the back line, able to just sweep it out. They have a throw in though, home team. The ball. It's like there's a Manila Digger player on the ground, but isn't receiving a lot of medical attention, so it could just be nothing there. Let's have a look at this again from another angle. Nishioka there, and Pito.
Saw the foul called in favor for Manila Digger. Nishioka stepped on the brakes, turned around, and Pinto just ramming into Nishioka. And when a foul happens just in front of the bench of Manila Digger, you could tell the reaction by the sideline. There you go, Nishioka and Pinto having at each other. Coach Basliu gets a card as well.
I think that's another part of the bench getting a card here for Manila Digger. And I think that was because of how rough Pinto was, especially the after movement on Davao when he had the ball. And I think the bench didn't like that, but neither did the referee. Looks like this will be another interesting free kick here. Davao to take, and I think he wants to do it far. No, it looks like they will be bringing in someone who can find the player downrange. Up the ball goes. And they find the player indeed on that left side, crossing to the box. But then Roglu, quick to the task, cleans it out. Just needs to clear. Poor clearance, but favorably falls on the feet of Gadia. Still pressure not completely averted here. Manila Digger defense gets it over to NG.
And we have to wait for confirmation as well. Like, Coach Kim Barsales gets the red card, so Manila Digger will be having to play the rest of the second half without their head coach.
That could mean a lot there, especially with the big man not calling the shot from where he can sit. How it changes this game, we might get to see it in a few, but right now that is certainly an advantage that the home team would want. Crossing to the box, no one to receive. Ball gets cleared out. Manila Digger still applying the pressure, it's not done. And in the box they have here, Usman Guy, handed by 3. Emiroglu with the final touch. Finally gets it off his feet. Pinto now makes that run. But Pinto gets dispossessed. No fight for it. Great. Manila Digger back on it now. And ball just goes up for throw.
And the start of the second half, we're picking up exactly where we left off in the first half. Didn't think that we could even turn it up even higher.
Inviting some pressure there, but still just letting the ball roll over the line, and it will be a goal kick. Great play there from Rostilio to be aware of that.
Nice try. Get that right.
On the back. Ooh, great pass finding Leo Makiling there, but an even better tackle or attempt to get the ball away by Zach Taninko. Try to start over. He wants to clean and get the attack back as soon as they can. Gets it over to midfield. With Manila Digger finally some control here. Long pass, trying to find the teammate on the right, but Same was quick to it with the interception. Gets it to Makiling, who is now weighing his options. Goes to Pinto. There is stopped there, and a player on the ground for Manila Digger on the right side.
Hear the reaction from the home crowd as well. When Manila Digger had possession, the referee didn't see that the player was down. When Digger had it, that was just a quick contact between Gadia and Nishioka. Nishioka taking some time to get back up.
That's another thing there. Although this is football right here, injuries on the arms, especially when there's a tussle for the ball, that's something that's also occupational hazard, so to say.
And Nishioka racking up the body shots as well. You can hear that hostile crowd of Cebu egging the player on. You have to love the atmosphere. The fans not just coming out to show their support, but they're loud as well. They make it hard for even us to be able to talk over this commentary. That's why the likes of Coach Kim Versales gets a red card. See how close the fans are to the action, how close the benches to the players on the pitch. And it just creates this electrifying atmosphere.
So far, that's really adding to the beauty of home games right now. And this is something that we're really hoping to see more of in the future as well. But right now, Manila Digger has something else to prove aside from just finding a home. Great clearance there by the Cebu defender, but it is really close. Making quick. Still can't find a way through. Martaninko. Mane and Ture rather, and Ture tried to give it to Guy. And the ball just goes right through him. It's a quite weak penalty there. Now right in midfield. Tackled and taken down, but the referee will call it in Cebu's favor. They just wanted to control the pace of this game with that free kick. Taken short and quick. Now looking for that long pass. But perhaps not the best of choices there because it goes straight to the keeper. Left side now. Digger trying to find avenues there. Mane finds them under the middle. Trying to go for Guy, but the defense was quick and on top of him. Usman Guy has been such a marked man from the start of this match, but even up until now.
And Cebu know the threat that Usman Guy really brings. The one moment they weren't locked on him, he was able to score a goal.
Right now, another opportunity arises there through this corner. Nishioka to take. Goes, heads it right back, but no, just goes over the bar, sailing.
There's a great delivery from Nishioka onto that far post. Digger got the contact, just not enough. That's not Seniza.
That opposite plays there. Again, another player on the ground. Really a testament to how much both teams want it. It's Juice this time on the ground. Let's have a look at this alternate angle. Again, this usual suspect in Anderson Pinto being the really tall, towering physical figure for the Cebuanos. All goes well. Finds a gold shirt up front, but not the control they wanted.
Of course, if you are just joining us, coming to you live from the dynamic Cebu Stadium. Clash of the Titans between Cebu and Manila Digger.
So far, this is really being contested down to the wire here. Looking for that through ball pass, but Ture couldn't find his man. He wants to do it quickly, but there's just not enough personnel up front to shift the turnover in possession. Now Manila Digger at it again, left side again. Guy all and is being marked really hard there and has been dispossessed. Great work defensively there coming from Gadia. Oh, that's Abu C rather.
Just too much hands from Abu C on to Guy. Abu C, notice him throughout this match. He's playing a deeper role than the target player. Really using his body to help out a lot defensively.
They still have one more play here to defend against, and this is a really opportune type of free kick. If the right angling could certainly send the visitors into advantage. There's the ball, and it was right accurate there. Usman Gay, great.
Usman Gay.
That home run.
Now with 25 goals to his name, showing his aerial capability, his prowess up on top, connecting the ball from Nishioka, glancing header, flicking it on to the opposite side of the net. Such a dynamic striker for Manila Digger. Now 2 goals to his name in this clash of titans.
Wow. It just puts this game into the balance here. Manila Digger have really done themselves. Cebu has been doing all they can to be a nuisance to Usman Gay, marking him, adding 2 people off in front of him, and there's effort to just keep him away from scoring goals. Cebu just can't handle him.
Also, you have to give it defensively. Cebu giving away a set piece opportunity in a very dangerous area. Just like that, Manila Digger able to add that cushion, give himself that breathing space against the home team of Cebu.
Looks like there will be some something in position here. Coming in there for Healy. And
Killings
I think that's
replaced
going to
by
be
player
a little bit of
number 4.
emphasis on being a bit more defensive. Appealing is the more offensive-minded of the two. But Iguala does find himself with cases at times too.
We saw a moment of individual brilliance from Asano, dancing his way around players to quickly answer back to the second goal of Manila Digger.
That's the delivery now. But the defense does their duty. Cebu to recover there. They just need a good delivery. Great tackle. And now it is still a bit farther now, but still with Cebu's possession. Home team has to find an extra here if they want to keep themselves within striking distance of this game. As it stands, looks like this is going to drive a wedge between first, second, and third right now. And this could really just put it down to a race between Manila Digger and Rumpa Big if Cebu can't play their cards right. And now here they come again. Manila Digger trying to find the third goal to really put this game to bed.
Manila Digger wanting to keep their record intact are the only team that are unbeaten this PFL season.
Man in the middle and looking for another avenue of attack here. Still resetting one more time. Yeah, Rob is just on Ture like a machine there.
And of course, Paus Malgay etching his name not only on this match, onto the PFL.
And that was one unexpected turn of events. Ture this time finds the back net. Or was it the keeper? Better look at that replay now because that goal was out of nowhere.
And look at the joy in Manila Digger. Seeing the celebration, how much they're enjoying this match. NG sending that one up to Curry. Did he get a touch? He gets the perfect touch onto it. Goalkeeper to Curry to the back of the net. A third goal for Manila Digger. And they continue on this prolific form that they are on. Minimum number of touches and quickly get another goal.
That was too soon, too quick, and now we are seeing in front of our eyes the walls of Cebu as a mighty fortress crumbling. The poster and the football and the fans are something. But that one was almost an attempt to pull one back. Cebu needs to do something for the crowds that are currently supporting them. And so far, Manila Digger has been the one delivering the goods. One more time inside the box of Manila Digger, but the defense does their job.
Ball from C, finding on the run of Iguala, who kept it in play, beating out the defender. Puts himself in a position to take a shot. Just shaking the crossbar. So close for Cebu to keep this game closer.
I think that's the objective that Glenn Ramos wanted, to have a little injection of speed and maybe a little glimmer of hope by putting John Clyde Vitualia to that position there. And I think that does help. But so far,
Manila Digger FC.
Manila Diggers is not
Player
making
number
it
11,
easy.
Bukar Ture, replaced by player number 5, Dylan Wambataku. Player number 15, Paulus Mandai,
Taking over
replaced by
the
player
Philippines
number
here,
10,
left by
Saiko
Ture,
Isa.
two introductions from the team in gold to keep the momentum going for the team. And so far, the recent goal scorer, Ture, will be stepping out. This evening is over.
Crazy thing is how deep
On
this
that
Manila
right.
Digger bench is. On their bench, coming onto the pitch, Cisse and Wambatafe. Like for like substitutions. Not a drop in quality despite substitutions being made.
And if you are a team who is setting their sights on if you're seeing a lot of teams outside the league, so I think that Manila Diggers' formula in maintaining this team is also another good example to look at. Cebu is a good example on how to have a home stadium, how to keep momentum going for the home fans. But look at the example that Manila Digger is showing. Really rapid growth from this team, from starting from 2023, where we really thought they were going to just be one of those filling in for some of the teams. But now they've established themselves so quickly as one of the big boys in the league.
That's right. Manila Diggers, such a young team, but already title contenders in the PFL, powerhouse, not only on the local scene, but on the international stage as well. History makers, if you might say, for a new club to find quick success, reaching the semifinals of the AFC Challenge League.
That is also a good testament to what the PFL can do with the right willpower. And so far, we are loving this contest. Even though it is to Manila Digger, it still hasn't disappointed in the least because Cebu is still out there fighting, and they are certainly not one to go down without a fight. It's just that they really have to do something about their the wall that has been breached so many times. Great defensive style there coming from Manila Digger. Just keep it out.
A bright spot for the side of Cebu. Vituala has been such a spark plug on the attack since he has been introduced in this match, creating chances for the side of Cebu.
Substitution for dynamic curve Cebu FC.
Looks like
Player number 35, Kazua Sudo, replaced by player number 11,
Aurelio would be just like Vitualia's substitution, another injection to perhaps put something good in the field here. Great play there, trying to clear on the right side. Oscar to find someone to pass the ball to. But we will have to clean it out as quickly as they can if we want to get something out of this. The great idea of the pass, but the execution was poor.
It's not something as well you want to see that confirmation to sub that was made for the side of Cebu. Things just haven't been clicking for them. You also have to say they had two
Here's it.
clear-cut chances so far in the second half. Just couldn't find the back of the net. When you're going against a team like Manila
Really,
Digger,
look-
you're not going to have that many chances. You have to find the back of the net.
They are restarting again. Looking for building the score here. Manila Digger just not taking the foot off the other long distance shot. Well read by Saniza. Didn't even have to go and just sails right over wide of the goal. It looks like the last touch might be from a Cebu player, as it will be a corner. And interestingly, still the pressure is on the hosts.
I have to say the manners in which Manila Digger have scored in this game. Who coming from quickly winning the ball back, finding the back of the net. Did also score from a set piece. Nishioka connecting with Guy.
They might have the front foot. They do have some numbers going up front. It's really, really quickly there. Nane cuts out the supply before it even gets dangerous. And just 12 minutes left in regulation, and you can see the management coming from Manila Digger just taking the least risky route. You know they have it in the bag, and of course, in the only way to find it is to one more thing. You should open it up. Oh, the beautiful header! What a beauty from Cisse diving in and taking a shot at that. And it just goes picture perfect for the substitute.
What a pass onto the run of Nishioka. He gives a beautiful curling ball perfectly for Cisse. Always with an eye for goal. He put so much power, put it in the perfect place, finds the back of the net. He doesn't need to be on the pitch long to find the back of the net. That is the quality that Cisse brings to the table. And it's been a massacre now in the second half. Manila Digger, 4-0 against Cebu.
Quite honestly, I was thinking that this was going to be a closer contest than we initially thought. But as the game prolonged and as Cebu started to run out of options, that's exactly where Manila Digger started shining. The depth of this squad is really deep for this team. They know that they have a deep pocket to make selections, pick another player, and know that he's going to slot into that team beautifully. And now you can see the amount of work that they've had. This is the Manila Digger team that has become one of the biggest teams in the PFL. And again, another substitution now.
Replaced by player number 21, Jeremiah Borlonga. Player number 22, Zachary Tanico. Replaced by player number 19, Jonmar Barcelona.
But certainly put things in perspective here. Another change for the hosts. Out of frustration, and something quickly in these last 9 minutes and change, plus stoppage if they want to get something salvaged here. But 4 goals is a very tough ask, and honestly, it's very unlikely.
Player number 8, Renee Pinto, replaced by player number 17, Naoki Takasu. Player number 37, Dr. Jimarulo, replaced by player number 3, Shinichiro Chiai.
Game
Substitutions
here,
all
and they
around. for both Cebu and Digger. I have to say it's very interesting, the choice of substitutions as well for Manila Digger. Allowing Davao to play, allowing Borlongan to play against their former club.
Again, defense just doing exactly what they need to do. But Manila Digger just really not giving them any inch of relief here as they attack quickly at the moment that they find an opportunity to do so. Free kick, foul awarded by the referee, and it's still on Manila Digger's table here to just keep adding on to the goals, racking up the number of attempts.
That was our first glance as well as Shinichiro Ochiai trying to put on that physicality for Cebu. As you've mentioned, it's really been explosive in terms of attack from Manila Digger. Just the players that they have up on top, Nishioka, Guy, Sisei, Ture, all these players involved not only in scoring the goals, but the assists as well for the goals.
Right now, it's really starting to it's really starting to give you that impression that there's a lot to this team than just the goal scorers, but pretty much the very management of how this team is run. Really looking to be one of the teams that's for real right now, really could bring it all the way. And that's why when they face up with Wantagig, it's going to be a very interesting matchup as well. Now that they've positioned themselves here and have already driven a wedge between the top two and top three and below, really shows the quality of the bench, the quality of the management, and perhaps a glimpse of the direction that the PFL will be taking in the next few years.
Replaced by player number 31, Christian John Schaffner.
They're now back on this attack here. They have numbers to go against the four-man back line. It's really taking notice of that. Ball goes back to the Reds, and now they want to do something. Maybe a consolation goal. Williams is stepping down at midfield.
Closer look at Barcinilia as well, who came on for Taninco. As the announcer mentioned as well, Schaffner checks in for Justin Bass. There, who's coming back from injury as well. Getting a chance to play in the dying minutes of this match. Manila Digger really just flexing all the players that they have available to them. All the players that have come off the bench. They used to be and can be usual starters in another club. Have to give it to the management of Manila Digger. Not only being able to scout the right players to make the first 11, but for the whole squad as well.
Now it's just Manila Digger holding on to possession here. They know that this is just them eating out at the clock. Meanwhile, Cebu, I think they've already lost a bit of lung there. They are no longer going as aggressively as they were. That was a great tackle and clearance there coming from Rostilio. But still, it only delays the inevitable chance that Manila Digger will most likely impose on the team.
You feel that
LeBron.
for Cebu, they were able to keep it close for the first 60 minutes of this match. It was 1-0 at halftime. They started the game strong at the opening minutes of the second half. Once Manila Digger got the second goal, the other goals just kept coming.
That's the thing. I mean, if you've been watching Cebu games, especially since the second half has started, where most of the games were at home, you're already thinking that they have a very solid defense in the back, being able to dish out huge scorelines against the initial few visitors that came by. But now that the quality teams have started showing up, which by the way, on the replay here, you could see Mane is taken down there, a little contact there, then he's on the ground.
Gadia gets the card for the challenge. Mane was already way behind him, or in front of him with the ball. Gadia just kicking Mane. Warrants him a yellow card.
Looks like it's another good way to just eat down at the clock. But you have to remember that stoppages like these would always be added back in stoppage time. Mane does look like he is clutching onto something.
You have to feel that Manila Digger, after losing that semifinals matchup, the AFC Challenge League, have come out even that much stronger. Beating Maharlika 6-0, traveling now to Cebu, having scored 4 goals against the team just one spot below them.
And I think we did think about it before, that whoever faces Manila Digger after their defeat internationally, I think was gonna receive a spectacular beating. And so far, it's not just Maharlika who's been on it, but Cebu as well. And the Manila Diggers team is on a mission to prove something, and I think they really just want to show how far they've progressed and how far they can even take it further from here.
And by the score line, with the time remaining, you already know this game is gonna fall for Manila Digger, setting everyone up for their next matchup, which will be against One Taguig. That will be that golden matchup between number 1 and number 2.
Additional time.
Seemingly,
6 minutes.
since Cebu cannot do the job in stopping Manila Digger from their ascent, really will have to be One Taguig if ever they want to keep this game or this league within the races. But again, Manila Digger has been proving their case and has been really strong about it. Again, the Cebu team that we're seeing right now has been the one that's been dishing huge scorelines against their visitors, save up until the top 6 teams have started facing them. So this is definitely something we did not expect to see. It's not on my bingo card to have a big scoreline like this.
If you're Cebu, you'll be a bit heartbroken with how this game is panning out. Have the home advantage. Digger have been playing not only international tournaments, but the PFL as well. Despite all the extra challenges layered up, Manila Digger playing away points.
What a 3 points this is, very, very convincingly. And perhaps they might have something else, they might have one more in their lungs to get another goal. But so far, they've just been taking it risk-free. That would have been a great pass right there. They don't really need to take any more unnecessary risks. Naturally shifting players right in the midfield, looking for another pass to move it up. Looks like they find it. Kickoff, good layup here into the box. Could there be a header? That was really close, but not close enough. And CEBU now really has to do something. But it ends up being tackled, and it will go over the line for another throw. Two and a half minutes already gone by of stoppage. Got 4 and change remaining. Manila Digger is just controlling everything in this matchup now. Also, props to the goalkeeper, NG, especially with the assist from earlier in this game through that beautiful pass that ended up with a great goal for Toure. So far, he has done everything right, made the right saves, controlled his defenders the right way, and it really added to the case of them denying CEBU of any hope of scoring or breaching the net. That extra man on the right, no can do. Demiroglu denies him. Stame wants to play it out. He gets another player to do it for him. We're being careful with this. Not careful enough as that pass looking for Gadia in the middle is too careless.
And for everyone as well who are joining us on this live stream, remember that it is a triple header Saturday. We're bringing you so much football action. Earlier today, Don Bosco Garelli getting a big win against Philippine Army 9-1. Currently watching the second matchup between Manila Digger and CEBU. And then after this, we do have one more matchup between Stallion Laguna and One Taguig.
Pressure is on One Taguig right now to keep themselves up, especially because Stallions, if you take them lightly, can certainly be an unwise decision. They want to keep their title hopes alive, especially with a rampaging Manila Digger knocking at their doors.
That's right. You're sure that One Taguig is watch this game intently early, are aware of the score. It's a pressure cooker now between Manila Digger and One Taguig to see who will let up first. Both teams have been fantastic all throughout the second round.
We are approaching the final 30 seconds of stoppage here, and CEBU looking very deflated now, as they, I don't think, have any intention of getting a goal here, but they might have one more in the book. They just needed that pass to work to Gadia, but the defense really just denying them of it, and looks like NG will be keeping his clean sheet if it all goes down like this until the final whistle. Tackle there. Manila Digger on possession. And Mike Casino just letting this play for one more passage perhaps. counting all of the stoppages within the half or within the stoppage time itself. Still lets it go for a corner, and still you can smell that the Manila Digger will use the most of this, and it could really be the final play of this game. One more delivery for the night. Change in assignment, it will be Psycho Cisse to do it. Goal scorer from earlier with that beautiful header takes it short. The Blue could have something in the book here. They can keep it in. No, they cannot. But referee let the game keep going. No, looks like he has finally blown his whistle. That will be the close of this chapter for the home team Cebu. They've conceded 4 goals to Manila Digger. Final score, Dynamic of Cebu 0. Manila Digger 4. Pastor, what's your final take of these two teams after they've battled it out?
We thank you all for coming today and encourage
This is a
you to
big
visit the
statement
official
being
PFL
made by
website,
Manila Digger
pfl.org.ph,
to
for more
prove that they
details
are
on
in the
this
title
football
race, to keep it neck and neck between them and Want the Gig, leaving that space between them and Cebu FC. Manila Digger, Paus Mangay, scoring 2 goals in this matchup, heading up to his tally for the golden race to be the golden boot of the season, scoring in big important matches. And you have the likes of Toure, who made that one, another, and Cisse coming off the bench, scoring another goal as well. You have to give it to Nishioka, 2 assists to his name as well. NG, the goalkeeper, that was his goal, setting up Toure. It's just been a full performance from Cebu. Every player doing their part. The back line getting the clean sheet, and the attacking line delivering. Fantastic game for Manila Digger to get 4 goals in this matchup.
We have said it at the start of the game. Whatever the result is, this will drive a wedge between 1-2 and 3 below. And so far, it has delivered. Expectations have been met. Manila Digger, 48 points with 1 game in hand in pursuit of that lead. With Want the Gig is now still battling out with Stallion at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, which you can tune into live on YouTube and Facebook. But so far, the pressure is on Want the Gig to keep it going. That's it for this afternoon, for this evening. We are leaving you with Dynamic Herb Cebu 0, Manila Digger 4. This has been Glenn Casas, and next to me, Tasha Altiros Stato, who have brought you the action. We are PFL.
match. What are your thoughts and feelings about being awarded as man of the match and the team's performance today?
I think it's a good game. I'm so happy today and congrats to my team. I think we did great and we deserve to win. And from the man of the match, I'm so happy to be a man of the match. Without my teammate, I don't think I can achieve this. So I feel so happy today. And then we continue winning, inshallah.